This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Oh hey guys, just Dan here, looking at some of my favorite cherished Inside Out memories. You know, Disney's got me really confused about Inside Out. Like, what are they even doing? What is going on in the parks? I thought for sure with this new movie, we would have at least a few new costume characters join sadness and joy as meetable costume emotions, but no, nothing. We got one new character, and it wasn't even one of the new emotions. And where are fear and disgust? Like, what is going on, Disney? I'm emotional, and I need answers. Ooh, look, it was anger when I finished. Angry emotions, disgust emotions. I have so much Inside Out merch from when my kids were growing up and I saved all of it and it's paid off. It wasn't always like this. We got off to an amazing start with the first appearances of these characters in the parks. All 5 emotions were represented on this pre-parade promotional movie float of Riley's headquarters, packed with the most gorgeous puppets. Yes, puppets. These are not animatronics. They are puppets being controlled by puppeteers in the base of the float. One of the last true beautiful pieces of puppetry at Disneyland. Note that Anger on the top of the float could shoot fire from his head, which is an amazing touch, and I'm happy to see both Fear gripped onto the rear of the float in constant terror and Disgust who can't be bothered. Sadness is the single most adorable thing with her tiny little feet wiggling at the front of the float, and Joy is magnificent. The head of all these puppets, they just all articulate so beautifully. Look at this stuff, it's gorgeous. The float had a short script it would repeat as it moved through the park using the original voice cast of the film.
It's time for a nap.
All this excitement is exhausting.
No, it's playtime.
What I wouldn't give to see this float return in some capacity with maybe a couple new emotions added to it. Yell if you call me. Where is this float? It's gotta be sitting somewhere. The first 2 characters you could meet were Joy and Sadness in that old character photo spot in EPCOT. You could find them in a highly themed, cool, crisp, air-conditioned recreation of the Riley headquarters, and it was really magical in there. Joy's costume was simple, bright, and bubbly. She has this great eye focus with a smaller head sculpt, which lets her be super versatile with movements and interactions. She can really get down there tight with kids in strollers or short little toddlers. It's a really great costume. Sadness, on the other hand, is the slow moving ball of depression. Her gaze always kind of facing down, her head always droopy. It's so perfect. These 2 are the perfect pair. And kudos to the costuming team for capturing that in-universe animated fuzziness of the characters. These things are perfectly fuzzy and shiny and glittery. They're the perfect fabrics. They found the perfect fabrics. But as you can tell, there are 3 character emotions clearly missing here. I get that 2 of them were technically stars of the movie. Joy and Sadness were stars of the movie, but there were 5 emotions. 5 emotions. Where is Fear, Anger, and Disgust? Come on, guys. What are you doing? Well, to find some glimmer of hope for all 5 costume characters, we must go to the Shadow Place, the cold kingdom of Disney on Ice! The 2016 Follow Your Heart show had a unique storytelling device that used Inside Out characters to help Riley remember the strength of Disney princesses to win a hockey game. Seriously. It sounds like a fever dream when I say it out loud. You know, instead of the shows traditionally being hosted by the Fab Five, they show up at the beginning, but then they instantly leave, giving us just a Riley hockey game. But this is cool. This is the first and only time we've seen a Riley face character as she hangs out on the hockey arena ice, being filled with preteen angst and the emotions that are there to help her. Riley's just as much a star of these movies as the emotions, and so I'm surprised that there isn't more Riley use in the park. Here's what's great about this show. It's got all 5 emotions as costume characters, all right? Joy and the emo gang can be seen supporting her up in the rafters of the set, pulling out emotional memories of princesses, Disney's classic tales of old, and that inspire her towards success. And she feels them all. She feels sadness, she feels joy, she feels disgust and anger. It's really great. It's super fun. The Anger costume, chef's kiss. It's superb. It's truly superb. It's got the performer's head inside the flames of the costume. It's magnificent. We've already talked about it in our top 10 tiniest costume character video. You can watch right here. It's very great. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites. Disgust is here. She's a little bit weirdly proportioned, like she's the same height as everyone, but hey, that head sculpt of that costume is gorgeous. That looks exactly like Disgust. Fear is also exquisite, guys. It's like perfect. The big long head sculpt of Fear with those huge eyebrows. It's just great. It's so well done. In fact, I would say arguably Fear and Disgust are the two best costumes out of this entire lineup. Joy is bananas, man. It just looks like a motorcycle helmet with giant, like, you know, Lightning McQueen eyeballs. It's wild. And Sadness, there's just something not right with Sadness. She's just flat and like small and weirder than her theme park counterpart. It's weird. I don't know. Must have been a visibility thing for some of these costumes, like why they're proportioned this way. But I would say Fear and Disgust looked the best. And this show ran for like well over a year before, of course, it was thrown away into the Disney on Ice memory dump with Bing Bong, you know, to be forgotten by all of us. What a show. Oh my gosh, I love this show. I can't get over how it's like the single most appropriate Disney on Ice show ever. You know, it's a Disney on Ice show about a hockey game and a hockey player. That's like some Inception level stuff, guys. Now here's where things get interesting. Pixar Pier. Remember Pixar Pier where they're just like, hey, let's just redo an entire half of our California theme park. No one will mind. And now we have Pixar Pier. It's great. It ushered in a Bing Bong candy store. So there you go. There's some insight out in your theme parks for you. A larger than life Bing Bong statue sobbing streams of delicious candy. Oh, brightly lit, colorful sweets. This is such a vibe. Like, I wish I could have a Bing Bong neon that looked like this in my home 24/7. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Plus, there was also a hot dog quick service stand that opened, Anger's Angry Dogs, where you get spicy hot dogs. And look at this, one of the single most beautifully designed quick service stands in all of Disney parks. This one right here, it's gorgeous. Oh, this Anger statue just knocks me out every time. The next big move came with the Pixar Play Parade right across the Esplanade at Disneyland. This is great. Joy and Sadness got their own parade unit float, and it is them riding a wave of memory balls in Bing Bong's like music-powered wagon with a Bing Bong character popping out of the back of the float. It looks cool. So there you go. There's double Bing Bong. We got double Bing Bong. No Fear and Disgust. What's going on? And this parade float looks cool during the day, but the nighttime performances is where it's really at. It looks so much cooler in the evening. What a cool parade float. I just want this like all the time in every parade. This looks cheap enough to build, guys. Give me Joy and Sadness in every nighttime parade with a float like this. Like Paint the Night, you know, like Magic Happens, whatever it is, I don't care. Spectro Magic, put them in there. As Disneyland paved its way for Avengers Campus, it paved right over Bugs Land, and they reused one of the rides from Bug Land, Flick's Flyers. They sent it back to its manufacturer, and it reappeared in Pixar Pier amongst the roller coaster tracks as Emotional Whirlwind. And it's cool. It's cool. You like ride emotional orbs, like memory orbs, and it's got this very gorgeous set with these glowing memory orbs all over, and a set of character statues, including, finally, Fear and Disgust. They have these very static statues, not animatronics or anything, very static, which is lame, I think. Why couldn't we have gotten at least some kind of, like, give me wiggly arms at, like, Mondo, the frog, in Princess Tiana. Just get wiggled arms, all was forgiven. But nope, just static statues. Okay, that's fine. Static statues in Fear and Disgust. Bing Bong's got a parade float, candy store. Anger's got a hot dog stand. Fear and Disgust just get static statues on a flat ride. Cool. And they weren't done with the brand or those static statues that they designed for that ride, because Inside Out took to the high seas with the Disney Wish, when they have like a whole ice cream shop full of sweet treats that you can eat your emotions away at, you know? And all those Emotional Whirlwind statues, they're there, the same ones. They got a lot of use out of these statues, I'll tell you. So, you know, at least we got Fear and Disgust there. That's great. I wonder with the new emotions if the dessert store will get like an anxiety cupcake. If it does, and you're on the ship, take a picture, eat it, and leave a comment or something. Send me a tweet on the holy socials. And anxiety cupcakes are hilarious to me. If we could just put medication in the frosting, I think that's a home run.
This is so depressing. My only hope is this homemade Prozac. Needs more ice cream.
Here's where Disney really stepped up its game and finally gave Inside Out some of its due with the new Pixar hotel at Disneyland. Holy smokes. You see that place? They even got an anger fire pit, which is so cool. But the coolest thing was its own resident meet and greet character, Bong. Complete with his own giant wagon and rainbow, this costume character is stunning. It's stunning. Just look at him. It's so wild. He looks so good. He looks like he's pulled right out of the movie. Like almost Uncanny Valley, he looks that good. He's made of cotton candy. And he's perfect in California because it never rains. There's never any humidity. So if you're gonna be a cotton candy man, Southern California is legitimately your place to be. It's like if you're Frosty the Snowman, you live in Antarctica. You know what I mean? It's cool though. It's cool. Bing Bong gets a costume character, but yet still, timeline-wise, no anger, no fear, no disgust. Bing Bong gets one. Cool. Now here's where it gets interesting, because out of nowhere, at the end of the 2024 Pixar Fest, they drop an anger costume character. They're just like, here you go, here's an anger for you, and my God, it's gorgeous. It's like this plussed up, scaled up version of the on ice costume you saw earlier in the video, but just crisper. The face is crisper, the flames are bigger and fuller to better hide the performer's head, and it's great. He can stomp, he can wiggle his arms, he's got this big old mouth. I love it. I really love it. And he looks amazing with joy and sadness. They look awesome together. And I love that he even got to hang out with Louis Black at the premiere of Inside Out 2, arguably one of my favorite comedians. And so the crossover here is just too great for me. This is so cool. So now we have 3 costume characters in a $2 billion franchise that is an ensemble of 10 emotions. Let me do the math. The computer says it doesn't add up. I did a lot of fake math there. That was too much business. So here's the thing. Where are they? Let's just go through the list real quick. Disgust, fear, anxiety, envy, ennui, embarrassment, nostalgia. I want them all. I need them all. As a parade unit. Let's think about this for a second, Disney. You have plenty of costume character ensembles that look stunning together. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Big Hero 6. What about Stitch and all those weird alien brothers or twins or cousins or whatever? I don't know what's going on. All these weird experiments. Doesn't a colorful, fun ensemble just look amazing in the parks? So I need this, Disney, and I know you have a fear and disgust head sculpt made, and they're already perfect. They're already perfect. Don't even bother. Give them to me right now. Just bring them to the parks. What are you waiting for? And all the other new emotions from Inside Out 2, super doable. Embarrassment can just be a larger-than-life Hulk or Baymax-sized costume character to justify the height differences of all the other emotions. You just plus up envy, big enough to have a person inside of it, like Edna Mode, super tiny. And then, ennui and nostalgia, super easy characters to do with anxiety. Just full-scale costume characters. This just makes sense. Just make it happen. I need them all. I want them all. Disney, what are you doing? Making a new website can be emotional. Sadness, fear, anger, anxiety, ennui, and that's just boredom, But it doesn't have to be that with the powerful tools of today's video sponsor, Squarespace. When I needed to create a website for all my great Disney Dan content, I was able to find an amazing template from their huge library of web designs. With Squarespace's flexible, professional website templates, I was able to customize my look, update content, and add features that fit all my needs. Plus, it looks incredible across all types of devices. Check out how detailed you can get. I just changed the footer of my website from this wiggly block thing to this vibey lava lamp thing. When I used to make websites, I used to run a few of them, the emotions in my headquarters were just always screaming, like there was just a fire and it was just danger. It was just chaos 24/7. And now with Squarespace, with their amazing AI tools, you could just tell them an idea of a website and it will half build it for you. like, perfect. But it gets even better thanks to their next generation website design system, Fluid Engine. It's truly mind-blowing because it's like a drag and drop website design system that you can use on web or mobile. I can customize like every detail. I like when I go into Fluid Engine mode because all these little squares appear and then like everything gets kind of like, I feel like I'm in the Matrix. I feel like I'm seeing the code. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/DisneyDan to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what emotions you think will make their way into the parks next. Do you think we'll just see like a massive dump of all 7 characters in some kind of cool parade or show? Or do you think that they'll get trickled in slowly, one at a time? Will we ever see Fear and Disgust? Will they just skip right over to Anxiety or Embarrassment? I want to know. Will nostalgia ever make her way into the parks? Arguably one of the funniest emotions of the entire movie. This is a $2 billion franchise now, guys. The second movie made $1 billion. And when you compare that to the list of other $1 billion franchises, things are looking like we're gonna see more costume characters like soon, like very soon. So come on, Disney. I'm waiting. I'm holding my breath over here. So let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment. Say hello across all the holy social medias. Oh, hey, look, it's my patrons giving me all kinds of joyful, memorable moments, helping to support this channel and all the weird stuff we do and all of the insanity of Dan, I guess. Ugh. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, you rock. Oh, it's purple. Wait, does that mean I'm bored? I'm not bored. Yeah, it's joy. Yeah. Oh, it's turning to disgust now.
All right, everyone, fresh start. We are going to have a good day, which will turn into a good week, which will turn into a good year, which turns into a good life.